Don't stop now, bro.
Nah, I'm gonna stop now.
Bring it up. Bring that out.
Shout them out.
SW is just bringing out.
Remember what we learned in Timothy about Athena?
Oh, let's do that. We're supposed to be doing second Mac.
We are. I forgot. We are.
I about to say we can go either. You want to flip a coin?
He said you ought to flip a coin. Both of them really are hard.
I'm live, by the way. Yeah. You want to flip a coin at?
Really hard. Bro, you flip it, bro. I flipped it last time.
Come on now, baby. Yeah, I'll flip a coin. Give me 1 second. Gosh. What we got?
Second Mac heads. Timothy tail.
It's on heads.
I'm comfortable with that. I'm comfortable with that. Shalom, Hebrew daughter. Shalom, melodic tunes. Shalom, Captain DeBar. Captain DeBar, Mahar told you about Iranians? Told you about Iranians, man. I hope so.
Yeah, I told him.
The paperwork is in. All right. That's all I got to say. The paperwork is in. You know, that's all there is to say, man. The paperwork in. That's all there is, bro. Paperwork is here. I shared my screen, but I shared a tab. Click it. I want to see how it look real quick on the screen. I want to see if I want to share that or okay, that's cool. That way y'all don't got to see my whole shebang. Hold on, I want to see if I add a tab. Okay, if I add a tab, I ain't gonna be able to see that. But hold on, I want to see. I'm gonna try something out. Let's see. Share screen.
Got some unsavory news right now, bro.
Try that one. What you talking about, brother?
It's so unsavory, bro.
What is it? Shalom, Tahwan.
Super unsavory.
No.
Salaki, bear with me.
Yasharala House of Learning. Shalom. Well, while we're rating, while we are waiting, I'm gonna grab a couple of proverbs. Let's see. The first one, Proverbs 7:2, it says, "Keep my commandments and live, and my law as the apple of thine eye." First point I want to touch on, it says, "Keep my commandments and live." Right? That doesn't change. That doesn't change throughout the Old Testament. That doesn't change throughout the New Testament. It doesn't change when Jeremiah's covenant comes into play. That doesn't change. Right? Why does it not change? Because we know it speaks in the law where it says, "Keep the commandments and live. Depart from the commandments and die." Right? The reason why death is even upon the earth is because Adam and Eve broke the first commandment, which I believe that commandment they broke was worshiping other idols. Why do I think that? This is not. I'm not saying I can prove that. Don't get me wrong. Why am I led to believe that though? Right? Let's see. Wisdom of Solomon 14:12. It says, "For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them, the corruption of life." So we see the corruption of life came in through the devising of idols. So that's why, like I said, I believe that sin that they committed was idolatry. You don't got to believe that. If you want to believe that he ate an apple.
No, they can't believe that he ate an apple.
I
It don't say apple.
That motherfucker don't say apple, but brother might have had a papaya. Brother might have had a Luffy devil fruit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what brothers believe.
He said it.
I don't know what brothers believe out here, all right?
Brothers be having doctrines for sure.
Brothers definitely be having doctrines. For sure. Like I said, keep the commandments and live. That stays, right? It's not something that changes. It's not. No, that's what it is, right? Even Paul speaks about that. Let me see. Proverbs 8 and 9. I'm gonna start at 8 and 8. "All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing froward or perverse in them. They are all plain to him that understandeth, and right to them that find knowledge." So Solomon is speaking here, and he's saying all the words of his mouth are righteousness. and all the words that he's speaking is plain to them that have understanding. If you have understanding, you can see why why Solomon touches on some of these things, or you can see why he says this, or you just got understanding on everything that he's talking about. You'll see something and be like, damn, that makes sense. I can see that. It's plain to him that has understanding, right? Just like the scriptures say, with all thy getting, get understanding. If you have all the wisdom in the world and no understanding, you can never apply it. You'll never be able to apply that wisdom, right? Do you have some?
No, but I am ready to get in this Maccabees.
All praises. First and foremost, want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, by Hashem, Mashiach, Yahweh Shai. Let's get it. I'm sharing my screen again. So this time when I share my screen, y'all can see when I go in between tabs, but y'all won't be able to see y'all comments and stuff, which is good. That's how I wanted it, right? I got with Second Maccabees 2 in the GNT and in the KJV, just in case we come past something that we might not understand. You know what I'm saying? Look, Schwab said he's been waiting all week for Second Maccabees. See, that was what the Lord's doing, right? The lot is cast into the lap, but the whole disposing thereof is of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? We was finna go into something else. It's all good,
It was gonna be bread though. We can say that for next week. That's hot.
Definitely gonna be some bread. Definitely.
I forgot, bro. Appalachia.
Look, you said Appalachia.
Put that now.
All right. All right. Quick recap. What happened in first? What's going on? What happened in First Maccabees, chapter 1? You remember you got Antiochus, then after Antiochus, you got the Diadochi or the Diadochi, you know, and then you got them worshiping idols and our people getting down with whatever the heathen was getting down with, and we enjoyed the glory of the Grecians best of all. Then you got them Antiochus sacrificing swine's flesh on our altar to Zeus or the damn Jupiter, same person, right? You got all this madness jumping off in First Maccabees chapter 1. I mean, just a slew of madness, just a bombardment of madness going on, right? Just it's wild. But we finna get in the Second Maccabees chapter 2. We haven't did a Q&A in a long time. If y'all got questions, just ask questions in the chat, and Lord willing, we'll be able to answer them. You know, but we finna get into this. Yashaya Shalom, KOY Israelites Inland Empire Shalom. Glad to see y'all, brothers. Glad to see everybody. You know, glad to see everybody in there.
Come.
So, Second Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, it is also found in the records that Jeremy or Jeremiah, the prophet, commanded them that were carried away to take of the fire as it had been signified.
Yo. I think you in Second Maccabees chapter 2, dog.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild. I was getting ready for this too. I ain't gonna lie. I was finna eat up, man. I'm wild. What's going on, man? What's going on out here, bro? That might be where the Spirit want me, bro. Have you read it?
Yeah.
See?
That's how I knew that you wasn't there. Because I was just listening. I wasn't really there.
I was finna dive deep. I was finna get into the prophecy. You don't believe me?
That ain't it, y'all.
That ain't it. All right, my bad. All right, cool. This make more sense now, though. Now that
it look right.
That's why you need brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? I was finna do a whole breakdown over something I wasn't supposed to do a breakdown over. It's all good. First Maccabees. See, look, nobody in the comments was finna catch me though. See that? See that? I get stoned. Now, what happened to them? They don't get stoned for that?
Nobody stoned you, bro.
Nobody get okay. Okay. Nobody all right. Just checking. First Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, in those days arose Mattathias, the son of John, the son of Simeon, a priest of the sons of Jorib from Jerusalem, and dwelt in Modin. So these men, Mattathias and his household, they are priests. They're sons of Levi, right? It's pretty tough. That's hard. That goes into history though too. But keep reading. And he had 5 sons: Johanan, called Caddis; Simon, called Thassi; Judas, who was called Maccabeus; Eleazar, called Avaran; and Jonathan, whose surname was Epiphas. You see, bro, remember at camp, bro, buddy was like, you know, God changed his name. And I'm like, bro, according to Hebrew customs, we've always had 2 names. That's what it was. We didn't have last names. We had 2 names. Look, brother, I'm him, and you heard me in the street as him. You know how brothers be in the street? Yeah, my name Darren, but they called me Lolo type deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is our people. This is our people, right? Esau, you got Richard, and then he go by Dick. What? What is that? That's the best you got? How does that even? I remember I was asking my daddy. I was like, how does that even match up? Where'd that come from? He said he don't know, but that's what it is.
He ain't have the answers, huh?
He ain't have the answers, bro. He ain't have it. The scriptures say, ask thy father and he will tell thee.
Right.
He ain't have it.
Bro, so real quick, going back to your point,
It
is very common in the scriptures to see us having 2 names, for sure, right? You see it with Paul, you see it with Peter. Like, he had like 3 names, if I'm not mistaken. Peter, Simon, Cephas, Caiaphas. My bad. What's going on?
Hold on, no wait. You might have been right, because Caiaphas was the high priest. Remember? Because I kind of get them mixed up too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the point stands. You just get where I'm going.
God. Verse 6. It says, and when he saw the blasphemies that were committed in Judah and Jerusalem, he said, woe is me! Wherefore was I born to see this misery of my people and of the holy city, and to dwell there, when it was delivered into the hand of the enemy, and the sanctuary into the hand of strangers. Her temple is become as a man without glory. Her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity. Her infants are slain in the streets, her young men with the sword of the enemy. What nation hath not had part in her kingdom, and gotten of her spoils? All her ornaments are taken away. Of a free woman, she has become a bond slave. So you got Mattathias in a state of mourning, right? He's mourning for his nation. He's mourning for his people. He's mourning for the state of the temple, because they were priests. This is where they go do work. This was a big part of their life. All of this stuff is taken away. Everybody's dying. We just read last week about how a lot of people was dying. They just packing up bodies, waiting inside the temple for an Israelite to come through, catch him out there, boom, kill him. Innocent people, innocent. So you got Mattathias in a great state of mourning. But real quick, I just wanted to touch on Mattathias and his 5 sons. They are the key, or the main components to the Maccabees. That's the Maccabean family, right? They are the main people that's going to be talked about in Maccabees. What is it called? The main characters, right? They're the main characters of this movie, of this book.
Right, the protagonist.
So let's keep going. And guess who the evil guy is? Esau. All the damn time. Always. Never gets old, right? Verse 12. And behold, our sanctuary, even our beauty and our glory, is laid waste, and the Gentiles have profaned it. To what end, therefore, shall we live any longer? Then Mattathias and his sons rent their clothes and put on sackcloth and mourn very sore. In the meanwhile, the king's officers, such as compelled the people to revolt, came into the city Modin to make them sacrifice. So you got the king's officers coming in to make our people sacrifice to their idols, right? To compel our people, right? Verse 16. And when many of Israel came unto them, Mattathias also and his sons came together. Then answered the king officers and said to Mattathias on this wise, Thou art a ruler and an honorable and great man in this city, and strengthened with sons and brethren. Now therefore come thou first and fulfill the king's commandment, like as all the heathen have done, yea, and the men of Judah also, and such as remain at Jerusalem. So shalt thou and thy house be in number at the number of the king's friends, and thou and thy children shall be honored with silver, gold, and many rewards. This is how Esau come every time, because that's how Satan come. You wanna know who's the physical counterpart of Satan? Esau. When Satan pulled up on Christ, he offered him the world, riches, glory, this, that. You can have it all. Just bow down. Just, what is it? Proskuneo, bend the knee. Right? No.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Another thing worth mentioning is how he went about it. Of course, you said Esau offer you all these gifts, and that's the physical counterpart of Hashatan, right? But notice how he goes to someone who is well respected in our in our communities, for lack of better terms. So they'll pick one guy and they'll try and exploit him and get everyone else to fall behind this man who we respect in our communities. So they tried to go get the most reputable guy. We're going to get Mattathias because everyone respects Mattathias. And we're going to have Mattathias sacrifice to false gods. We're going to have him break the Sabbath day. If the nation sees someone as respectable and honorable, a leader do this, then it must be okay. So that's how Esau's going to get down.
God.
He's going to try and exploit certain brothers so that the rest of the sheep will follow. But you got to be wise in your doings, man. For real.
God. We know Christ is the main shepherd, but we also are shepherds. The leaders are also shepherds, and they lead the flock somewhere, right? And I got this precept, Sirach 4. If you don't know anything about Sirach, he was a Hellenistic Jew as well. He was around during this time, maybe a little bit after, because he wrote about Simon, right? It says, Sirach 4:22, accept no person against thy soul, and let not the reverence of any man cause thee to fall. So this is exactly the mindset we need to be in. If you are a follower of one of these prominent men, and God forbid, I'm not going to say names, but God forbid one of these men fall or stumble or go into idolatry, anything, you don't follow behind that. You don't accept that man against your soul. I don't care who it is. Even Paul said it. If a damn angel come to you with another gospel, I'm afraid you very well may believe it. You ain't supposed to get down with it. Give a damn who it is. Right? So like it real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna be right back.
That's hot. All right, where we at? We're at verse 19. I think. It says, Then Mattathias answered and spake with a loud voice, Though all the nations that are under the king's dominion obey him, and fell away everyone from the religion of their fathers, and give consent to his commandments, yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our fathers. This is why Mattathias is who he is. This is why his sons became who he is. They seen their father walking in the truth like this. walking through the midst of hell like this. I mean, look at the beautiful stance that he taken right here. He said, though everybody else, because mind you, at this time, Antiochus, um, they had they had a whole bunch of people under their dominion. It wasn't just the Israelites. They had a lot of different people, a lot of heathens. But he told everybody that they need to leave their commandments, their laws, their father's religions, and come deal with his religion. This is what Mattathias said. Hey, everybody else might be following you, but me, my sons, and my brothers, we're gonna walk in the commandments of the Most High. We're gonna keep the covenant. That's how powerful that brother was. And it might sound easy, and you might just see it in the book, and that's the right thing to do. But just to get your mind here, to get your mind there, you should already be moving like this right now. If you're doing everything that worldly people are doing, you're gonna be the type of guy when it's a commandment by the damn king, and he says everyone got to go this way. You're gonna go that way with the flock, with everybody. What you saying?
I believe like their kingdom is like unto America in the way America got its hands in everybody's business. Like I believe the thing what Alexander started, he had one of the biggest empires ever on earth.
Yeah.
Like, he took it by force though.
Yeah.
It's kind of like America. So
yeah.
That's
right.
The force behind it.
Hey, taking a stance right now to not follow the ways of the world is actually required of you right now. Right now. That's what you need to be doing right now. If you're not on that kind of time right now, and you're going against the grain of the world, if you're not on that kind of time right now, I mean, chances is you're not going to make a stance then when death is on the line. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure you honing your spirit and, getting your spirit right now. Because if not, you're not going to stand a chance because the flame's going to get hotter. So like, go ahead. We had like I read 19 and 20. So we on 21.
Kind. It says, God forbid that we should forsake the law and the ordinances. Like the brothers were saying, this is the mindset you should have. God forbid. That should be in your head at all times. Because like now, what's going on? What's the ways of this world? Homosexuality, right? And guess what? We can't speak too much on it because they'll take the video down. That's the ways of this world, where everything is turned upside down, where good is now seen as evil and evil is now seen as good. This is the world we live in right now. Women going around sleeping with all kind of men is praised in this land.
That's mad.
If I heard today, if you don't let your wife go and do whatever she want to do and sleep with another man, you're insecure. It was another brother. His wife was I'm pretty sure y'all heard about it, but I ain't gonna say the name. His wife was on stage naked doing all kinds of madness. And they like, you just don't want her to be her, and she just flaunt her body up. Bro, everything is flipped upside down here. It's all messed up. We live in a world where it's okay to kill a child now. Like, you just totally fine with that. Oh yeah, that's fine. And to keep the baby is seen as evil. Oh, but if you keep the baby, then you're not gonna be able to take care of it, so on, so. That's the world we live in now. Babylon, confusion. Nothing makes damn sense here. Nothing. But like I was saying, you should be in that spirit, in that mindset of God forbid we should forsake the law and the ordinances. Verse 22, we will not hearken to the king's words to go from our religion, neither on the right hand or to the left. Meaning, you can give a damn what you talking about. You want us to eat pork? No. You want us to worship an idol? No. You want us to commit a sacrifice? No. You want it to make me look like I'm eating pork? No. Right? Verse 23. Now, when he had left speaking these words, there came one of the Jews in the sight of all in the sight of all to sacrifice on the altar, which was at Modin, according to the king's commandments. So you always got this, you know, coon ass Negro. This nigga coming up out of nowhere. Hey, I want to be known as one of the king's friends, you know. White man been good to me, boss. I'm kind of down with that, you know. He kind of come from amongst the Jews, because this is how I picture in my head. You got the Greeks on that side, you know, they set an array. You got our folks over here. And we kind of lined up behind Mattathias, and you got this nigga just walk up out of nowhere and kind of like, you know, like, yeah, I take you up on that offer, bro. You know, and then, you know, the Greek over there, he kind of like, you know, yeah, come on. Let's see if this was cool. Let's see if this is Christian like. If what Mattathias is finna do is Christian like. Right? Let's see. Verse 24. Which thing, when Mattathias saw, he was inflamed with zeal, and his reins trembled. Meaning he's shaking. He's shaking in his damn boots, not out of fear, out of anger. It says, neither could he forbear to show his anger according to judgment. He couldn't even wait to go to the priest. No, hell no. I'm finna handle this now. It says, wherefore he ran and slew him upon the altar. He threw up a sacrifice that day. Yeah, nigga, you gotta go. You gotta go. And guess what? That's symbolic for what? 2/3 of our people. You niggas gotta go, because you niggas is gonna get down with the king's commandment, like we said. You're gonna get down with the beast. You're gonna get down. And guess what? You gotta get out the way. There's no room for you. I mean, it's just the scriptures say that you have done worse than the heathen. Talking about a remnant of our people. You have to go. Right? So it is what it. I was watching a Christian video the other day. You got this cool Negro up there. He's saying Jesus Christ wasn't white. He said, but guess what? Wait on this. He wasn't black neither. And he thought he was spitting, you know, because, you know, Buddy probably got white friends. He had a big church, and everybody like, oh my God, did he just say it? He was like, he wasn't white either. He said Jesus was Middle Eastern. He said, you know those people that you see in 7-Eleven, the people you don't like? Jesus. I was like, damn, this is bad. This is terrible. This is bad.
Where is he getting this from? Not the scriptures.
It's not the scriptures at all. Not the scriptures at all. But brothers like that gotta go. They get down with the king's commandment too much. They get down with the king's commandment. I asked what Mattathias did Christian like. It was Christian like, but it wasn't Christianity. if you got ears to hear, that was very Christ-like, but it wasn't Christianity, right? Christ made a scourge, a very grievous whip, went in, started whipping people out of the temple. He was trembling in his reins with anger. He couldn't forbear judgment. No, nigga, I'm finna handle it now. That's the same thing Mattathias did. And guess what? Mattathias, he didn't go off of that. Ain't no scripture there was and Mattathias died because he killed this dude in unrighteous. It said he was filled with zeal. The Lord allowed that to happen, right? Let's keep reading. Verse 25. Also, the king's commissioner who compelled men to sacrifice, he killed at that time, and the altar he pulled down. So even the damn Grecian that came up, snatched him. Boom. Imagine a big black hand. It's kind of like the two hands of mine just grab you. Boom. God. Yeah. Bro, wasn't Judas Maccabees, I think his nickname or his name or something, it meant like hammer-like blows. We talking about his daddy though. He just snatch you up with a quick boom. You know, it's always known. You don't kill the messenger. Mattathias did not give a damn.
He
He
snatched
didn't give
his
a damn.
ass.
Go
He
ahead.
snatched his ass up. Snatched him up off his feet.
Quick. Guess what? He got the same judgment as that one Negro that wanted to go up with him. It's got to happen. You get down with the king's commandment, you getting down with his judgment as well. Simple and plain, right? Verse 26. Thus dealt he zealously for the law of God, like as Phineas did unto Zambri, the son of Salom. Now we got to grab that. Now we got to grab that, right? Let's see. Let's grab it, man.
Yes, numbers.
Brothers ain't going for this. We ain't going for this, man.
Bro, hold
I
on,
remember
hold
where
on,
this
hold
was
on.
at. That was the spirit. Go ahead.
It's gonna bring them back up later.
For real? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good call. Good call. Good call. All right. Verse
What, number
27.
25?
Verse 27. And Mattathias cried throughout the city with a loud voice, saying, whosoever is zealous of the law and maintaineth the covenant, let him follow me. So you got Mattathias and his 5 sons.
Me. Come
You
on,
got
bro.
a band of men.
Bro.
I remember I looked up one time the Black Maccabees. Let me see if I can find these brothers.
This is hot right here, bro.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Mahar, can you hear me?
Yes.
Kind. You got these brothers and they daddy walking around the town. Look at this niggas. Look at his axe. Look at that.
Zoom in.
Let me see if I can. Look at that. That's just power. That's all that is. Pure power. Bro, why they being weird?
What you mean?
Why they being weird? They made the damn image smaller, right? Look at that. You got these men. If you zealous for the law of God, follow us. Simple.
Everybody can't just go pick that axe up.
He said everybody can't pick that axe up.
That's really not even, you usually want your weapon to be light, your sword to be light. And you got to travel with it. This own you all day, every day. You want something that's durable, that's strong, but you still want it light. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't just walk around like this.
Nope.
You got a heavy axe, a double-edged axe.
He did a double-edged axe.
a two-edged axe.
Yeah. And it's bloody. That axe is filled with men's souls. That's the kind of time brothers on. That axe has seen battle.
Hey, he'll put you on that axe.
He'll put your
name on that motherfucker.
What Malachi say?
They say he'll put your name on it.
He'll put your name on it in blood. Right? You got these men walking around the town, walking around Jerusalem in a haste. Because Mattathias is a well-known, he's a leader. That's why bro came and talked to him. Mattathias like, yo, if you trying to keep what the Lord established, let's go.
Bro.
If not, stay the hell here. We don't need you.
Mattathias, Mattathias is mighty. And this is one of the things I just thought about. They daddy had to be mighty if he kept these 5 mighty men in check.
Oh yeah.
You
Oh
know,
yeah.
testosterone, and it's just might. And you got Judas Maccabee. He crazy as hell.
These niggas strong.
You got to keep all of these niggas in check and on the leash, because if not, they gonna end up hurting somebody.
You remember what happened with Remember what happened with Jacob's kids? Them niggas went and killed the whole nation.
Hey, you shouldn't have touched his sister. That's all I'm gonna say.
He said, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, you got to keep men like this. You got to good leadership is important. Because imagine if they turned into reprobates and riotous men. Like they could have been not for righteousness' sake. You got these big brothers, mighty brothers being evil. That ain't good. That ain't good.
The nigga said that ain't good.
They're over there punking you. You run into them, you in the wrong place. Oh man.
You in the wrong spot.
Maccabees.
Right. Judas? Yeah. You know his voice deep. And like, yeah. Damn. All right. Nigga stature crazy. One of them, he kind of not smart, but he just want to do it. You know what I'm saying?
That's Judas.
He said that's Judas.
This daddy said, let him fight all your fights.
Yeah.
That's definitely Judas.
Judas just wanted to kill something.
They just want to do it. He not with none of the talking.
You got to keep Simon around Judas. He the only nigga that can talk Judas out of it. That nigga Simon get the don't do it. Judas, all right. He the only nigga you listen to. Okay, Con, I ain't gonna do it.
You better be glad, bro.
You leave Judas by himself. He like a pit bull with no wiring in his head. It's just all fight, dog. What we on? Straight terror.
You could have him outnumbered. They still gonna fight.
It don't matter.
He the type of guy. I envision Judas being the type of guy where he never envisioned losing. Like that's not even in his head.
He got that kilo spirit.
He got that dog in him. Let's say that.
For real.
I got that dog in me, boy. All right, bro. Let's keep reading. We've been right here for a sec. I want to touch on 28 though.
All right. Verse 28. So he and his sons fled into the mountains and left all that ever they had in the city.
This right here is powerful. Just in case y'all not understanding the situation, his daddy just smoked an Israelite. Then he smoked the commissioner, whoever the commissioner was, but I'm led to believe it was a heathen. He smoked two people. He wasn't supposed to smoke them. Through the spirit, he was. But on paper, he wasn't supposed to do that. So now he got to get up out of there because they finna be looking for him specifically.
He said specifically.
And you got witnesses. Everyone knows who Mattathias is. So now he got to kind of get low. It's a warrant out for his rest, for lack of better words. He on the run. He got to get on the run. So he said, like, anybody who want to serve the Most High God, come with me and my sons. We finna slide out. We finna duck off. Verse 28 says, so he and his sons fled into the mountains and left all that ever they had in the city. The more possessions you have, the harder it's going to be to do this. The more you're walking in the world and walking in your flesh, the harder it is going to be able to do this. Because it's going to become, can I say this word? Lord have mercy. A time is going to come when you have to forsake stuff. You have to forsake possessions. You have to forsake a home. You have to forsake cars. You have to forsake money. It's going to become a time. It's going to be a time where you have to forsake people. It's going to become a time you might have to forsake your children if they're not righteous. Your mother, your father. There's going to be a time where you might have to just look. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't see it coming. Hey, the wise man, they see if the evil and he hideth himself. This is what Yahweh Shah said was going to happen. You're going to get persecuted for righteousness' sake. This is what happened to the prophets. You do something good, and now you finna die. So this is just something. This is a whole lesson right here. Verse 28. So he and his sons fled into the mountains and left all that ever they had in the city. That's a whole lesson. That's a whole lesson. Your mind, you can't be plagued by the deceitfulness of riches. You got to be able to leave stuff behind, man. That's basically what I don't want to make this the whole lesson, but I'm telling you, that's a whole lesson right there. That needs to be talked about. That needs to be a refresher that brothers need to hear every month. Don't lose track on it. You're gonna have to forsake stuff, and a lot of our forefathers did that. But I yield.
One example I can give is my pops. This was during the time when everything was shut down because of that plague that was going on. My pop's telling me like it was no longer as if he was asking me. It was more of he was commanding me to take the I'm gonna call it a Maxine, right? The Maxine. Y'all should know what I'm talking about, right? Commanding me to take the Maxine. I'm like, hey, well, you can tell me to be there what day, but I'm not finna do it, brother. I'm just gotta let him know that's not happening. What if your pops come to you one day with the mark? Your daddy, look, man, you gotta take this. It ain't really no questions, it ain't none of that. You gotta take it. Well, hold up, nigga. No, that's not how it works. I'm not just finna do it just because you said. It's not how that work, bro. I serve a higher power than you. That's what it is.
And just to clarify, Aharon is not trying to teach y'all to break God's commandments by not honoring your father. What he's trying to tell you is if your father have you do something that goes against the Most High God, you got to honor God.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. Straight up. No, I don't think the Maxine was the mark, but it was definitely some wickedness going on with that, right? And, I had to forsake him for that time period. Nah, I'm not doing it. You got my mama coming to me, saying stuff. Nope, not going to do it. You got people speaking on my child. Well, nope, not going to do it. Sorry. It is what it is. Christ said, he that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. Right? That's what it means. They had to forsake everything. They had to leave their lifestyles. They had to leave their homes. They had to leave their families. You got to remember, in the first chapter, many of our people got down with this Greek system. Imagine going back to the city and being like, yo, we got to go now. And they kind of like, I don't see the problem, bro. Like, nah. I'm finna stay here and chill. And you kind of just like, damn. It's no longer a you forsaking them. It's like, damn, y'all forsaking me. But it is what it is. You got to count the cost, right? This is what it is about this. Like I said, we serve a higher power, right? My father is a power in my life, but I serve a higher power than him. You're on mute.
Brother, that was a good catch. I was going to get the spitting.
The spirit came down. Go ahead.
It's simple. The Most High God created a commandment that we have to obey and honor our fathers and our mothers. Now, what if they tell you to transgress the law? What if they tell you to go into idolatry? What do? I'm going to give you the simple answer. Don't transgress the law. That might be confusing. Let me not say that's so simple. Go with what God said. There we go. Go with what God said. If they're telling you to go, if your parents command you to eat something unclean, don't do it.
That's actually dishonoring them.
That is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your parents can get overruled by God. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make it simple, simple, simple.
Being righteous gives honor to your parents.
That's true.
So you being unrighteous, that actually would be a dishonor to them, you know. But I'm gonna get back to the reading. Verse 29. It says, "Then many that sought after justice and judgment went down into the wilderness to dwell there." Many that sought after justice and judgment. You got to have a mindset for this. You got to want it, because we live in a time, and during that time, these niggas was doing whatever their hearts desired. They never had this much freedom to do whatever the hell they wanted in their life. You got some niggas back then can't wait to try pig. That's all they think about. Damn, but I can't do it though, because the priest. And then you got this Greek philosophy and system coming and set up, and that's all that's sold in the shambles now. And they kind of like, it's accepted now. Same thing now with all this man on man stuff, woman on woman stuff. You got a lot of people that's just been desiring it, it ain't kind of good, but you got the Greeks come through and they say, hey, all things are lawful. Now you like,
a lot of people gonna fold. A lot of people are fold. The white man say all things is lawful. You can, and that's what he owned right now. All things is lawful. You can be whoever you want to be. Yeah, I know you was born a woman, but it ain't really got to be like that. This is America. You can kind of America has a whole vibration on it, bro. And a lot of people are choosing up if they're gonna serve God. Everybody choosing up. They not choosing to serve the Most High. People are making a decision, like for real. Nah, I'm cool on the Bible. We literally get people say, I'm cool on the Bible stuff. Like, I'm cool.
Yeah.
What? They made their choice. I'm gonna go over here and do this and be him. That's crazy.
Yeah. That's because
Salaki, real quick. And when they imagine you in the homeland, you kind of you got to keep the law, statute, commandments. It's not really no other way. You kind of got the Canaanites, and that might jump on your spirit, but you cut that down. But imagine getting conquered by Edomites and getting Hellenized, and everybody, it says they were starting to like the Grecians, the custom of the Grecians best of all. And you kind of want to be in a gymnasium naked. The games is coming, and now you're trying to get into what's the different sports they got during the games? They kind of,
bro, they all naked.
They don't matter the sport. Now he want to wear the small hat.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Our people never experienced this type of freedom before. So-called freedom to explore and to do the desires of their hearts. And then it just like it says, wickedness were increased in those days. Same thing going on now. The only thing that's stopping a lot of niggas from killing is because Esau said don't do it. But and be honest, there's a lot of niggas still out here killing. When Esau get that green bean, hey, look, we done. Y'all do y'all thing. It's gonna be chaos. It's nothing gonna stop them. So we gotta understand that. You gotta really have a true love for the Most High God. You have to really implant His law in your heart. You gotta really have a love for your neighbor. That's what Mattathias and them was on. They understood these things. No, if these niggas take over, it's gonna be wickedness and chaos, and we not gonna serve our God how we're supposed to. We need to get the hell up out of here. Same thing with Revelation say, right? Get out of her, my people, so you do not be partakers of her judgment. That's what's going on. That's literally what's going on, right? So let's keep reading. Let's keep reading. Verse 30. Both they and their children and their wives and their cattle, because of afflictions, increased sore upon them. Now, when it was told the king's servants and the host that was at Jerusalem in the city of David that certain men who had broken the king's commandment were going down into the wilderness, so like you're going down into the secret places in the wilderness, they pursued after them a great number, and having overtaken them, they camped against them and made war against them on the Sabbath day. So real quick, before we get into this, you got to understand, you got to count the cost. I'm going to keep saying that throughout this. You have to count the cost. Forsaking the king's commandment and following the following God, that's going to come with something. That's going to come with trials and tribulation. These people, just because you want to serve God, don't mean you don't want to leave your home. They had to make that conscious decision. Man, damn this home, man. I got to continue to serve God. Now they have to go into it. They have to grab their cattle, their stock, their women, their children. They have to uproot themselves when this been their land for generations. Man, this is my father's land, bro. Now I gotta leave it. I gotta leave it because we gotta follow God. Mattathias, he came with a commandment. We gotta keep it, man. Let's go. And it's gonna get uncomfortable. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You got to be uncomfortable for a little while. Even like Hebrews 11 say, Hebrews 11:24. For Moses rather to suffer affliction with his people, with the children of God, than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season, for a small remnant of time. Remember that this is coming upon this earth now. You're gonna have to leave. You're gonna have to go into a wilderness. You're gonna have to escape this place, and a thought gonna come past your head. Damn, I sure do miss my bed. I sure do miss the shower. I sure do miss. But then you got to think, what the hell am I doing this for? I'm doing this for the Most High God. I got to keep His commandments. And you got to remember all the wickedness that was going on back in this land. Nah, they was homos. They was eating whatever. They was damn cannibals. They was killing each other. I can't stay there. That's the problem. Esau has made us comfortable with wickedness when we used to be uncomfortable with it. Like, damn, bro, you just gonna do that? Now it's like, yeah, bro, let's go out and do that. Let's go out, let's go pull up on this nigga, shoot him down, and then be out, bro. You want to watch a movie after or what? Back then, that was not accepted. Wasn't even looked at as normal. It was abnormal. But now Esau has made it normal for our people, right? Let's keep reading. They came to make war against us on the Sabbath day, verse 33. And they said unto them, let that which ye have done hitherto suffice. Come forth and do according to the commandment of the king, and ye shall live. But they said, we will not come forth, neither will we do the king's commandment to profane the Sabbath day. So then they gave them the battle with all speed. Howbeit they answered them not, neither cast they a stone at them, nor stopped the places where they lay hid. Talking about our people. We didn't do a damn thing. These niggas was rushing us. We didn't do anything. Verse 37. But said, let us die all in our innocency. Heaven and earth will testify for us that ye put us to death wrongfully. Now, I'm going to keep reading real quick. Let me read this next part. Verse 38. So they rose up against them in battle on the Sabbath day, and they slew them with their wives and children and their cattle to the number of 1,000 people. Now, I believe this people were righteous. I do not believe these people were wise. I will say that. You got niggas attacking you on the Sabbath day. You might want to protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? You might want to protect yourself. And that comes with the lack of understanding. That's why I said I don't think they were, don't get me wrong, they may have been wise, but in that department, they kind of was like, nah, we ain't doing, nigga, we finna die innocently. Which is, that's honorable. That's still honorable, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You gotta pay these people their respect. These niggas left their homeland. These niggas followed Mattathias. They did all of this to keep the kings, to keep God's commandment, the true king, to keep his commandment. And then even forward, nigga, we ain't finna profane the Sabbath for nothing. I'm finna die. That's honorable. That's righteous. But I wouldn't call it a great sense of wisdom. I wouldn't call it a great sense of wisdom. You know, I'm not going to speak down on these people. These people are more righteous than me. It is what it is. You know, you got something you want to say on that?
Nah, I want to keep reading a little bit.
God. Verse 39. Now when Mattathias and his friends understood hereof, they mourned for them right sore. And one of them said to another, if we all do as our brethren have done, and fight not for our lives and laws against the heathen, they will now quickly root us out of the earth.
One more.
At that time, therefore, they decreed, saying, whosoever shall come to make battle with us on the Sabbath day, we will fight against him. Neither will we die all as our brethren that were murdered in the secret places.
Con. So they literally had they had this discourse, and I could just imagine them having a tough decision. People actually like, is it lawful for us to fight on the Sabbath? Then they made this decree. We're not gonna go actively make war against niggas on the Sabbath day because it is a rest day, and we want to honor the Most High God's commandments. But if someone tries to take our life away on the Sabbath day, we're gonna make this decree. We're gonna protect ourselves so that we all don't die, so that we all don't get uprooted from the earth. So this is why Aharon was making a statement like, it is honorable to make a call like that. Look, we just gonna die in our innocency. You know, let the Most High God's will be done. You know, you can't say nothing. You can't say too much against that. But you know, the balance to that is if we do that every time against every nation that come up against any Israelite faction, imagine the state of our people. Imagine the state of our people. There will be no more people because all they're going to do is approach us on the Sabbath day and come kill us. And, you know, you got to apply wisdom. But to do that, you got to have understanding. You know, I yield with that.
Okay. Verse 42. Then came there unto him a company of Assyrians. Slack it. I was reading a precept. It says, then came there unto him a company of Assyrians who were men of Salakia, who were mighty men of Israel, even all such as were voluntarily devoted unto the law. Also, all they that fled for persecution joined themselves unto them and were a stay unto them. So you even got men, because here's what's going on in the land right now. You got the Grecians taking over the land, and you got some of our people that kind of stayed back that want to enjoy the Greeks and want to enjoy their customs and philosophies. But then, you know, a lot of times Esau don't get down with like that. Like, he don't see us as equals, and then he'll mess around, end up persecuting your ass in the long run. And then you got people fleeing, like, damn, boy, I shouldn't even stay. That was stupid as hell of me. And then some people just die. They got to die with that. Damn, I forsook my own people for this people who I know for a fact is my enemy, for my own desires, because I desired to do what they did. And, you know, they killed me. I was reading this one article, this news article about these individual black kids, and they hung around their white friends. This was a lot of college stuff. They hung around a group of white people, right? The black kid ends up dead. Nobody knows how, or nobody's responsible. Over here in another college campus, same situation. Black kid dies. Nobody kind of knows why. And that happens a lot. And it's like, well, damn, okay. We just finna keep throwing this behind our back. It's 8 niggas around here. Nobody know what happened. You got to start choosing. You have to start favoring your own people over the other nations. That's all Israelite teach. That's all we teach. We don't give a damn what y'all do. We don't give a damn what the other nations do. We just trying to deal with our nation. We're not. We don't care about y'all. All right. We're just trying to nation build. We're just trying to be with our own people and love our own people. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's all there is to it. Right? Nothing deep about it. Because whenever we go deal with these other nations, we always end up dead. Favor your own people. And that takes time. That takes time. My bad, I'm getting on the spiel, but real quick, it's important. It takes time because we have been taught to not like ourselves. We have been taught this. Growing up, my parents did not like my afro. They didn't like my hair. They always wanted me to do something with it or cut it low. Why didn't they like my hair? Because I got Negro hair. Daddy always kept his shit cut short. My mama always straightened her hair. And they always wanted me to cut my hair. Right? Same thing with my grandparents. You need to do something with your hair. I always loved my hair, so I didn't pay no mind. I didn't give a damn. I didn't care what they were talking about. No, I like my hair. But I see all this damn persecution they putting on it. It starts to let me think these niggas do not like, they don't like themselves. I am a product of my father and my mother. I have the hair that y'all gave me and y'all don't like it. And then I remember one time I was sitting in the car with my mama and she was talking about hair again. And I asked her, I said, what's good hair? White people hair? And she said, yes, but then she caught herself and started stumbling and fumbling. And I'm like, nah, I get it. That's all you had to say. I don't take offense. You think good hair is white people hair. That's on you. I love myself. I think healthy hair is good hair. My nigga, if your shit dead, then that's not good hair. Right? Mm-hmm. But we got to start teaching ourselves to love ourselves again. If you don't love yourself, you will not love your neighbor who looks like you.
So like it.
Go ahead,
I got a testimony too. And I'm like middle schooler, you know, like 6th, 7th, 8th grade. I had maybe even after that too, and maybe even before, but I remember it was highlighted on my spirit like 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Like summertime in 6th grade or going into 7th grade, I wore in the summertime, I'm wearing hoodies.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hot out there. And the whole reason I was doing that is so I didn't get darker. Because it didn't look good. I didn't want to be darker. You know, I didn't like the thought of me getting darker. I wanted to be light skinned. I wanted to be lighter. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely had to rewire my brain. And now I'm trying to get darker. I'm trying to get out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get darker. I'm trying to get out, you know, but I was in the same boat. Like I didn't love myself. You know what I'm saying? I was taught that behavior. I was taught that, you know, black wasn't it. That's what I was taught. That's what I learned. You know what I'm saying?
Black ain't that and white is right. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep reading. Verse 44. So they joined their forces and smote sinful men in their anger and wicked men in their wrath. Okay, I'm here. In their wrath, but the rest fled to the heathen for succor. So you know our people, you gotta get them out of there. You gotta get them weak niggas out of there. It's an elder in Israel. And he said, I hate weak niggas. You gotta get them out of there. You got to. They just gonna foil the plans. Shalom, Captain Jeremiah. They just gonna foil the plans. And so these niggas ran to the heathen for succor. Why? Because they wasn't keeping the commandments. These niggas was wicked. They was, nah, man, niggas got an excuse for everything to break God's laws. Well, brother, we kind of out here in the wilderness, bro. I just kind of got hungry. I seen a pig, like, what's the problem? out of all this we going through, you ain't gonna. Brothers over righteous, bro. Brothers over. I know it's the Sabbath day, bro, but niggas over righteous, man.
Bro,
What's up?
it's Tahoe. I'm in the chat. Oh my goodness, bro. Anyways, I'm gonna get to the point real quick. One of the videos we did not too long ago, I don't never go through our videos like that. Well, I do, but it's not often. And I so happened to click on the comments, and one of them was like, man, y'all need to like pipe down, like chill out. If a brother stressing, you know, and he trying to keep the Sabbath day, but he break it to go get a cigarette, like you should understand he already stressed. Like, don't put more stress on him. Like, that's off. I was like, what?
He said what?
This was a recent video we dropped. We were on 6-1. Because the brother went in there and he bought, you know, we was off for telling him not to do that. He's saying because he was stressed. And you don't want to add more stress to a brother. What's the big problem? Yeah, that's what kind of time he was on. I can't make this up.
That's why that nigga's not a judge. It's niggas like you is the reason why we're here.
Bro, I really want to read that now because, bro, when I looked at this comment, I was amazed. Yeah. I was amazed, bro. Bear with me a few seconds, bro.
Nah, you straight. That's mind blowing to me. He said if he's already stressed, you shouldn't, be on his helmet. For basically, here's what he said: you shouldn't be on his helmet for going to break the Sabbath, bro, to relieve his stress. Nigga, the Sabbath day is for you to relieve your stress. Stupid.
I'm gonna read it. Look,
it's a rest day. Go ahead.
He said, brothers, how y'all gonna sit up there and debate over tobacco? Life hard enough. The brothers smoke a goddamn square. You know, a square is just a cigarette. The brothers smoke a goddamn square just for that small bit of relief, and y'all just bringing more stress. Stop with that, yo. What are you talking about, bro? Bro, who are you? Tag me in the status. And then look, this is why I mentioned, I think this Dahwam, he said, for it was neither mollifying herb nor mollifying plaster that restored them to health, but thy word, O Lord, which healeth all things. But we was trying to do something righteous to get the brother to not break the Sabbath. Hey, what did it say? They're gonna think that they doing God a service.
Yeah.
And they're gonna kill the prophets. They're gonna go kill the service of the Most High.
Bro, is not the Sabbath for you to release your stress? Like, come on, my nigga. What are you talking about? It's actually more stressful for you to leave your house and to go and buy a cigarette on the Sabbath day, which you know is wrong. So now your conscience is condemning yourself. So you know it's wrong. You're putting yourself under more stress and then inhaling smoke, which is putting your body under stress.
Bro, we might need to like one of these days, we might need to just go live, share the screen, kind of go through one of our videos, a particular time frame, and just kind of discourse about that, maybe dive into some of the comments, to see, like that'd be fun and chill. We done had some crazy camps.
Bro, I haven't looked at the comments in so long. I don't look at them, bro. They just be so negative.
You're gonna get vexed.
I'm not gonna lie.
You're gonna get vexed. You thought you was out there doing a good job.
Niggas condemning me because I told buddy keep the Shabbat. Like we said, bro. Like we just said, evil is now good and good is now evil. That's off as hell, bro. That's off, bro. Whatever. But like I said, you got niggas in the wilderness, they coming up with all types of excuses. And then, Mattathias not going for it, so he's smiting some of these niggas, and then they flee to the heathen for help, right? Verse 45. It says, then Mattathias and his friends went round about and pulled down the altars. And what children soever they found within the coast of Israel, uncircumcised, those they circumcised valiantly. Yeah. Straight to it. Let's get to work, man. You gonna keep God's commandments, brother. That little kid, 4 years old. You gonna keep God's commandments, brother. And you got these niggas behind Mattathias. Yeah, bro, you gonna keep God's commandments. All right. All praises. Let's knock this out. Let's get this done.
They was teaching them the law, bro. They was rescuing orphans, bro.
Yeah.
It might have been a boy out there, who lost his mom and dad. Because Antiochus, he came and killed 40,000 people in one day. It's recorded. In a span of 3 days, 40,000 was killed and 40,000 was sold into slavery in chains. Now imagine that being your parents. Imagine your dad already died and your mom is a widow and then she dies and you only 7, 8 years old. And then Mattathias, they take you in as they little bro. And they teach you the laws, you end up getting circumcised, and you getting trained up to be a warrior. Valiant. We got
That's real love for you people.
You see what I'm saying? That's
Hey, like a small thing, bro.
Yeah, come over here though.
Yeah.
That's the type of mindset we need to be on as brothers, man. Because you can think about yourself, but if you got eyes to see, bro, they making war against our people right now. Physically, very soon. But through the spirit, they making war against us right now. So you should be training yourself up to be a warrior, physically and spiritually.
Yeah. Bro, people, America is everything to these niggas, bro. They don't see no harm. They don't see that the white man can do any wrong.
Some
niggas is just gone. Man. Yeah. Some niggas is just gone, bro. Bro, Mar, I just turned to this page, bro. Check this out. This is Irenaeus, bro. It says it is not easy to persuade a soul holden of error. This nigga's soul is just bound to just err. It's not easy to persuade a nigga like that.
I can feel that. It's not easy to win that brother over.
It's not easy. He's just holding the air. Like, damn, bro, that's what you on? Yes. That's what a lot of people are on. Right? But let's keep reading. A lot of this is going over what we're going to go into next week too, dealing with Timothy. Just a little sneak peek. But verse 47, they pursued also after the proud men, and the work prospered in their hand. These brothers doing the work. They doing the work. It says, so they recovered the law out of the hand of the Gentiles and out of the hand of the kings. Neither suffered they the sinner to triumph. They going through handling business. That's what they doing. They handling business, bro. Getting it done. They getting the law back. Knocking sinners off. Knocking heathens off. Nah, brother. It's either be perfect or die, brother. I mean, sorry. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't argue the law with damn 5 priests. You got five or six priests right there, all leading. Mattathias know the law. Simon know the law. Johanan, all of them know the law. Maccabees, he know the law. He know all the judgments. That's what you look at. Is this what judgment is that? Yeah, nigga, by sword or stone. That one is by fire. Maccabees back there ready, waiting. Yeah, we got to handle him now.
He a cancer. He nah, bro.
Just don't look right, bro.
And it's the problem too. When you got somebody who just wicked, he a coon, and he's sold to mischief, that means his mind is fully persuaded to not keep God's commandments. He's sold to do evil. No matter how you break bread with him, no matter how nice you come, no matter what you teach him, he's going to still break God's commandments. It gets to the point where it's better for our nation if this man does not exist.
Yep.
That's why Mattathias and his sons, as they're recovering, streets and towns and men and women and children, it was necessary to kill some of them because they could see that they weren't going to go. They were already conformed. They were already Hellenized. They were too late. Their mind has went too far in this world, like it says in the book of Second Esdras, I believe. If your mind go too far into the world, most of the time there's no recovering. Most of the time it's too late, right? I'm gonna get this precept real quick. It's a classic.
God, catch a nigga in a gymnasium, you like, nah, brother, I gotta unalive you. You gotta go.
And he kind of saying, we can all just be one, bro. Just break God's commandments. And he's saying, like, bro, like, all you got to do is they don't want to hurt us. You got somebody coming, you saying they don't want to hurt us. We just got to stop obeying God. We got to kind of just, forget about the Sabbath. You got a man who's going that far, and he got the hat, and he kind of freaking off in the gymnasium now. He don't want to eat, honey wafers no more. He not eating, none of the Israelite food no more. None of the dishes. He want the Greek cuisines.
They got bro. They got Hercules, bro.
Now he talking about their gods, and he kind of giving you the backstory, and you can tell he excited to tell you all of this.
Why he naked, brother? He kind of naked, and he just
Then he throw on the Greek clothes, and he like, bro, this kind of feel right. He take off the fringes, and he put a wreath on his head. What is it called? I
think it's the wreath, the little grass, little crown type deal they deal with.
Yeah, the little crest looking thing. He kind of take his fringes off, and then he throw that on and he take a deep breath and say, "This feels good."
I needed this.
You got to kill him. You got to kill him. This is Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 31. It says, "Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways." Man, if I had the option, I'm going to just say this. I'm not going to take it that far. I'm going to just say, look, man, we got to come out of the ways of America and get back to the ways that our ancestors was on, We got to find those righteous paths again, to say the least.
Yep. First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 49. It says, "Now when the time drew near that Mattathias should die, he said unto his sons, Now hath pride and rebuke gotten strength, and the time of destruction and the wrath of indignation." Hold on, I want to read that in the GNT. That grammar, that didn't make sense to me. It says, when the time came for Mattathias to die. Huh?
What verse was it?
49.
Okay.
Yeah. It says, when the time came for Mattathias to die, he said to his sons, "These are the times of violence and distress. Arrogant people are in control and have made us an object of ridicule." Okay, I can kind of see that a little bit.
Yeah, I can
Verse
see
50.
It.
"Now therefore, my sons, be zealous for the law and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers." This is a man telling his son, hey, if it comes down to it, die for the Most High God. Men ain't telling their children that nowadays. What the hell are you talking about? You know what niggas walking around saying? God wouldn't want me to die for him, brother. No way. No, for what, brother? He wouldn't want me to die for him. Man. Because niggas is soft nowadays. Just keep it a buck. People are soft. Men are soft. I'm talking, you have a wet a piece of toilet paper, and it just start falling apart. That's how soft people are nowadays. Everybody's offended. Everybody's hurt at whatever. Man, damn all that. They didn't care. He told them, hey, die. Be zealous and die for the Most High God if it comes down to it. Because if I'm going to keep it a buck, the Most High God, he's not all about death. He's not all about that. If it comes down to it and you're in that position, yeah, die for the Most High God. But this ain't Christianity where you got to die to receive all your glory. Christianity teaches that. No, nigga, scriptures say keep the commandments and live. God is about life. Right? Remember that. But if it come a time where you got to put your life on the line for the Most High God, do it courageously. Yeah, I'm going to give my life for the Most High God. Like I said, those men that died to not stain the Shabbat, they were, honorable men and women. Imagine how strong the women had to be to deal with that. Imagine how strong our women were back then, mentally. Were they like, okay. We had the top women back then. That's to our shame. We had the top women. That's a damn shame. I gotta say we had. Mentally, we had the top women. Ain't no other nation women finna die for nothing like that. This woman's kids died right in front of her, and she told her to deal with it. Hey, die for the Most High God. You gonna come back in a resurrection. That's how mentally strong our women were. Nowadays, man, I'm not gonna get on it, bro. It's just a damn shame, man. Right? Just mental fortitude is trash can, right? Well, let's keep reading. This is Mattathias telling his sons, right? It says, call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time, so shall ye receive great honor and an everlasting name. So remember what your forefathers did, right? It says, was not Abraham found faithful in temptation, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness? What is this temptation that he's talking about? It's talking about when God went down. Are you grabbing it, or do you want me to just paraphrase it?
I wasn't grabbing it.
Okay, cool. Because we should all be familiar with this, right? When God told Abraham, go offer up your son, your only begotten son, Isaac. If y'all don't know what Isaac's name means, it means he laughs. Because when God told him he would have a son in his old age, he laughed at it. He laughed. Isaac's name means he laughed. That's a hard-ass name. Right? But when he had to offer up Isaac, straightway did it. I mean, shit, Abraham got faith. He like, all right, well, Isaac kind of asking him, Abba, where the lamb at? Where the goat at for the altar, for the sacrifice? Where's that? Abraham said, the Lord will provide one. And as soon as he was about to strike him, he said, Abraham. And he stopped him from striking his kid, from striking his son. Right? Powerful. That's so might. That's why he's the father of our religion, because he was that faithful to the Most High God. Known as the friend of God. That's mighty. Come on. That's super mighty, bro. Abraham was willing to kill his own child whom he just received after he's been wanting a child. That's mighty, right? Verse 53. Joseph, in the time of his distress, kept the commandment and was made Lord of Egypt. Joseph had a hard life. I'm not gonna lie. His brothers forsook him. He was his father was his father's favorite child in his young age. Clement speaks on Joseph's trials, right? One of his trials, which I believe this is what it's speaking on, was the trial of adultery. Joseph wouldn't sleep with the king's wife, with the queen of Egypt. Clement says he's in his prime, he's in his youth. This is, when men are ready. They mentally they're like, yeah, I'm trying to do it. Joseph forsook it. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to sleep with you. She ratted him out. Said he did this, that, and the third, blase, blase. You know how these heathen women do. Next thing you know, Joseph ends up in prison. He's in prison for some time because he didn't commit adultery. Like, man, damn, man, I'm not finna do that. Started getting visions, so on and so forth. Became a wise man. Next thing you know, he got a ring on his finger. What the ring represent? That means rulership. He's now head over Egypt. This nigga's a pharaoh. Come on now. Just like Sirach 2 and 10 say, look at the generations of old and look and see did God ever forsake them that kept his commandments? Roughly paraphrasing. I know it don't say that, right? Brothers gonna stone me. But God didn't forsake these people who put their trust in the Most High God, right? Verse 54, Phineas, who was mentioned earlier, our father in being zealous and fervent obtained the covenant of an everlasting priesthood. Now I want to grab that. Got to grab it because he mentioned it earlier, right? He mentioned it earlier. This was the very same act that Mattathias kind of dealt. You know what I'm saying? The zeal these men had, right? Where do I want to start at? Verse 5, maybe. I think I'm starting at 5. It says in Numbers 25 and 5. And Moses said unto the judges of Israel, slay ye every one his men that were joined unto Baal Peor. And behold, one of the children of Israel came and brought unto his brethren a Midianitish woman in the sight of Moses and in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Israel, who were weeping before the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And when Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, saw it, he rose up from among his brethren, from among the congregation, and took a javelin in his hand. And he went after the man of Israel into the tent and thrust both of them through, the man of Israel and the woman through her belly, so the plague was stayed from the children of Israel. Why did he do this? Because the scriptures, the law said that a heathen should not enter, not enter, but shouldn't be around that tabernacle during that time. Let me see if I can grab it. It might be Numbers 5. They shouldn't be around. So now you got this Israelite man, and he come around with her. Now y'all both accountable. Y'all both accountable. Y'all both got to get it. Phineas was not dealing with that. Boom, right here. I think this is what it is. Numbers 1 and 51. And when the tabernacle setteth forth, the Levites shall take it down. And when the tabernacle is to be pitched, the Levites shall set it up. And the stranger that cometh nigh shall be put to death. You got this nigga coming around with this damn heathen. Phineas like, nah. Where's my javelin? Phineas grabbing and thrust both of them. Boom, boom. And then did God be like, well, brother, that's not Christian-like. That's not the fruits of the spirit. You should have been patient. You didn't ask why. Come on. No,
they was commanded to kill them.
Yeah. And then he received the everlasting covenant. Go ahead.
Moses was told to tell all of the judges, because you have judges and captains over thousands and 500s and hundreds and tens and 50s. if one of your men, because this was the big problem. These damn Moabites, Midianite, these they were getting, when you read verse 1, it says, and Israel abode in Shittim, and the people began to commit whoredom with the daughters of Moab, and they called the people unto the sacrifices of their gods, and the people did eat and bow down to their gods. So when you read this, understand that this Israel was already in trouble for playing the damn harlot. And you know, these other nations, they got other gods, and how they worship their gods, they'll do sexual, you know, they'll commit fornication and give praises up to their gods. And Israel got caught up in that. Our people got caught up in that. And this is the Most High said, look, if you don't want me to come fix this, you fix it. Kill them men. Moses, yes, sir. Moses commanded the judges, if your men went off, you got to go correct it yourself. In the midst of this nigga showed up with one of these hookers, with one of these women. Bro, we was having a meeting about these women and what we not supposed to be doing with these women and how we going off as a nation and going off into idolatry. And you showed up
to the tabernacle.
Wow.
This nigga's bold.
This he literally lost his mind.
Yeah.
And he, you know, this is my new bae, you know, this is my rib, you know. And last night he was committing idolatry. He was kind of at the temple, you know, she kind of threw up a sacrifice, incense burning. She did the dance. And he kind of read some of their laws and was like, Khan. And then he showed up the next day to the congregation where they're like, yeah, this rib, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. You damn right he had to go. You damn right.
He damn right he had to go.
She opened up the book and, you know, read the laws, and he was like, that's hot.
That nigga Phineas was feeling that. That nigga said, yeah, bro, it's time. It's your time to see Sheol, brother. I ain't gonna lie.
Put his ass in the dirt.
You gotta go, bro. That's wicked.
That's crazy.
Verse 55, it says, Jesus or Joshua, for fulfilling the word, was made a judge in Israel. If y'all know about Joshua, Joshua was hard. Joshua was mighty, learned in all things that Moses taught him. Come on, man. Mighty. Stop the sun. How do you stop the sun? This nigga stopped the sun for a period of time just to destroy some heathens. Right? Mighty judge in Israel.
Bro, a lot of the miracles that's recorded, it goes into us killing our enemies or getting, you know, saved from death from our enemy. A lot of the miracles go into that. So when people always thinking about, you know, miracles and it's a time of miracles and God show his power, it always deal with killing somebody.
There's death behind that.
Like, y'all be trying to make God weird. The reality is when miracles happen, people be dying. That's
a lot of times by the miracle. A lot of the times it's by that miracle.
Hundreds and thousands of people. Hey, you remember in the book of Isaiah, it was a king. He went back and his sons killed him.
Salmanezar, I believe it was.
Yeah, and then he sent the angel and it scooped up like over 100,000 of their men,
wiping them niggas out.
That's a miracle right there.
That's a miracle. The miracle that everybody know about with Moses. God was he was literally torturing the Egyptians. The one with the when he split the water, yeah, niggas died in that water. The coming back of Christ, yeah, that's a miracle. And a lot of people are gonna die. So hey, I like these miracles, but I don't know if these heathens should. I don't know. I don't think they should be into that, right? Verse 56. Caleb, who is not an Edomite,
They be trying to push that.
they be trying to push that, right? This nigga would have died in the wilderness if he was Edomite. Smoked. Caleb, for bearing witness before the congregation, received the heritage of the land. Caleb was a mighty man. He was one of the brothers that went to spy out the land. He was an Ephraimite, yeah? Or a Judite.
Who?
No,
Caleb?
Joshua was an Ephraimite. Caleb was a Judite. Okay. Caleb went to go spy out the land, came back, everybody else scared, but Caleb like, nah, like, we got it. Like, nigga, we follow the Lord. Nigga, with the Lord, all things is possible. And he trying to tell everybody to keep their spirits up. It's going to be all right. So all of them died in the wilderness. Caleb got to see the land. Hell, even Moses died in the wilderness. Caleb got to see the land, right? David, for being merciful, possessed the throne of an everlasting kingdom. Everybody always want to speak on King David's mercy. He had mercy upon his people. Can't speak for the heathens. Can't speak for them. David was a mighty man. One of Israel's mightiest kings. A lot of covenants is named after David. The throne is named after David. You shall sit on King David's throne. This nigga was slaying heathens. But the mercy that he showed was towards his brother Saul. Not his actual brother, but you know what I mean. Saul was a Benjamite. He showed mercy towards him because Saul sought to destroy David. Why? By reason of jealousy. Sought to put an end to King David. The reason of jealousy. And David even showed Saul, look, nigga, I could have killed you here. Here go a piece of your garment. I could have killed you here. Here go another piece of your garment. But I didn't. He was that merciful. Guess what? Possessed the throne of an everlasting kingdom. King David is he's going to be one of the top men in the kingdom, bro. That's just, it is what it is. By reason of that, he's going to be one of the top men in the kingdom, right? Verse 58, Elias or Elijah. This man's crazy. For being, I'm not going to lie, Elijah is probably one of the craziest Israelites you ever going to read about. For being zealous and fervent for the law, was taken up into heaven. Reason why I say he's one of the craziest Israelites you ever heard about, because you got to do some crazy, wild stuff to get, what's it called? Resurrected? Not resurrected. Translated. You got to do some wild stuff. Enoch, we don't even know what he was doing. He got translated, right? Christ got translated. Did anybody else get translated?
I can think of.
That's in the book that we know of. That should let you know something. Enoch, who was too far back, lived 800 something years, don't know really anything about, translated, and the Messiah. Then you got Elijah. Oh, well,
he got translated, but not in the same way.
He got teleported.
Yeah, that was an instant transmission.
Yeah, he got placed over there. These men didn't see death.
Yeah, they got took up to the third heaven, and they just chilling right now.
They just
Habakkuk or Habakkuk, he got transported to Babylon to feed Daniel. You know what I'm saying? Still a big deal though.
Yeah,
still a big deal.
Still mighty, hella mighty. But Elijah, he made fire rain down from heaven 3 times. He made rain stop.
Yeah, he made rain stop. He caused the famine.
He said he called the famine.
No cap. He caused the famine.
Come on. He was one of the brothers that fasted 40 days and 40 nights. It's not a lot of brothers like that mentioned in the scriptures. You got Moses. You got the Messiah. He's meant, bro. Elijah's up there with a lot of big dogs, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He is. Come on. Elijah was zealous and fervent for the Lord.
No, he was a big dog.
There we go. He said he was a big dog.
Bro, if you get to pull up on Yahushua in a different timeline with Moses,
With
you a
Moses.
you a big bro. That's Lord.
Yeah.
That's Lord.
Hell, he baptized the Lord. If you got ears to hear.
You kind of got to deal with that.
Yeah, he said you got to deal with that. Yeah.
Hey, Elisha part of the sea. What a mantle, right? What a mantle.
Didn't he make a man? Didn't he raise a child from the dead?
I thought that was Elisha. It might have been Elijah.
I know for a fact Alicia's bones raised the nigga from the dead, which is wild. Oh my God, that's the a nigga died, fell in his grave, and received life. What the hell? That's crazy, right? That's crazy within itself. But either way, whether it was Elijah or Elisha that made that child to come back to life, Elisha was Elijah's disciple. So you got to deal, bro. Elijah gave him a portion of his spirit when he died. Didn't it say a double portion? That's nuts. Mark, can you hear me?
Yes, I was looking for this precept.
Oh, my bad. You wasn't moving, so I thought you was froze. But he gave him a double portion of his spirit when he was translated.
He said, "You didn't ask me of an easy thing." What do you
Whoever
mean?
asked that?
You could ask for some money. I really had some money put up.
I was planning on giving you my garment back at the house. Do you know my favorite garment? I was gonna give you that, bro, but you talking about a double portion of my spirit. Nigga, you mean a double portion of me? What are you talking about? Bro, I'll pray about it, bro. Hold on. Let me come back at you with an answer, bro. Let me see if this is something I can do.
Right.
Golly.
Right.
I don't even know if this is in my jurisdiction, bro. Hold on.
I don't know, dog. Let me get back with you on that one.
Only other person that did that, from what I know, was Moses. And his spirit was so mighty, it went upon 70 elders.
Yeah,
Moses was different, though. I ain't gonna lie. He was different. He was different, bro. The Lord said, I'll destroy all these niggas and start over with you. You gotta be different when the Lord says some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He's different. He's different. But Elijah was that guy. Okay. Let's just say that. He's in the kingdom. He up there. You know what I'm saying? He's up there. You got to talk to a couple niggas before you just talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Ananias, Azarias, and Mishael, by believing, were saved out of the flames. It's one of my favorite stories in the Bible. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, the three holy children. That's the reputation they have. The three holy children. That nigga, I mean the three set apart children. Right? In the midst of Babylon, the height of the kingdom, the height of the world, right? The king Nebuchadnezzar, he was known as the king of kings during this time. set up something, said, when you hear this sound go off, bow down and worship my idols. The nigga said no, didn't do it, was brought before Nebuchadnezzar, and they said, we will surely not do it. We're not even tripping in the way that we answering you right now. It's not happening. Our God surely will save us out of this fire. That's how much faith they had. Wasn't even nervous about it. Took it on the chin. They got thrown in this fire that was like 70 cubits high. I think it was 70 cubits. Let me see how tall 70 cubits is. Because I remember it being some stupid height.
Yeah, cubit is pretty big.
One cubit is 1.5 feet. You're looking around 70 something feet. Not even 70, my bad. Because you got that 0.5. You're looking at higher than that. I'm not good at math. Hard no, I'm not good at math.
A whole football field, man.
Of heat.
You're looking at 105 feet. 105 feet. You're looking at a damn football field of fire. Upwards.
Upwards.
You get too close to you get too close to this, you're gonna die. You ain't even gotta be in it.
The men that threw them in died because of that heat. I don't know if y'all ever been camping, which y'all should have, Feast of Tabernacles. But if y'all have ever set up a fire and you know how the fire gets hotter the higher it gets. And then, you kind of get that gust of wind and it just blows it up. And you like, damn, it's hot. I can feel it from over here. That's like 3 feet of fire.
That's like 3 feet of fire.
It's like 3 feet of fire, bro. You got to add some cubits, dog. That ain't nothing. That wasn't nothing, right? They had an oven. They throwing pitch. Nebuchadnezzar literally said, make it hotter.
He said like make it a few times hotter than it want to be.
Yeah.
So make it hotter than it need to be. That's what kind of time he was on.
Turn this bitch up. Right?
I'm about to see if I could grab that, bro. That's crucial.
He said, turn it up. They talking out their neck. That's kind of how Nebuchadnezzar feel. Nebuchadnezzar feel disrespected. Turn it up. Let them have it.
What was it? Daniel 3? Hold on. I'm close. Hold on. I'm almost there.
We all waiting on
you. Okay. I got you back. We all waiting on you. Okay, I feel the pressure. Thank goodness. I was finna get stoned. This is Daniel chapter 3 and verse 19. Then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So his mindset, he was pissed off. And how he looked at Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, it changed completely. It says, and commanded that they should heat the furnace 17 times more than it was wont to be heated. So he said, heat that thing up more than it should be heated. 17. It says 17 times more. I don't even know what that means. Is that 17? Was that I don't got the breakdown. I just know that it was too hot.
Heat that bitch up 7 times. That's what I'm taking from it. Malachi saying something? You hear me out? Malachi saying something?
He was saying something to me specifically.
All right. About the reptilians. But yeah, meanwhile, like Shawab said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego got thrown in this fire, and they in there singing a song to the Lord. They in there getting down. The scriptures say that the angel of the Lord appeared and turned it to a cool mist.
Yeah.
They in there in a cool mist. And Nebuchadnezzar, he kind of looking, he kind of squinting like, damn. We threw 3 men in there, yeah?
I got that precept too that you just quoted.
Go ahead.
This is the Song of the Three Holy Children. I'll start at verse 25. And it passed through and burned those Chaldeans it found about the furnace. But the angel of the Lord came down into the oven together with Azarias and his fellows, and smote the flame of the fire out of the oven, and made the mist of the furnace as it had been a moist whistling wind, so that the fire touched them not at all, neither hurt nor troubled them.
They didn't feel it. It was cool in there. It was a cool autumn day to them, right? But like I said, you got Nebuchadnezzar kind of squinting his eyes, looking in the fire, like, damn. We threw 3 men in there, yeah. And everybody kind of like, yeah, we threw 3 men in there. And he kind of like, well, I see 4. They're like, man, that's the appearance of the Son of God. What's going on? Of an angel. Who is that? Why is it 4 men in there? Who sought to get in this fire with these men? The Chaldeans, they dead. We see them. We see they charred up. They gone. But these, what's happening? Next thing you know, they killed the fire. They stepped out. Nebuchadnezzar was in shock and awe. It wasn't even a smell of smoke on them. You couldn't even smell fire on them. A hair on their head wasn't singed. It's because they had faith. This is what Mattathias is telling his sons. Remember these acts. They finna go to war and Mattathias finna die. He's hyping his sons up. Man, be ready to die for the Most High God.
Yo,
Yeah.
do you remember the precepts you used on how Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego already had the drop that this was going to happen? Like, do you remember the precepts?
Baruch. Go to Baruch, chapter 6.
Oh, you know what? It's that letter Jeremiah. You right.
Yeah.
You right.
You can start at verse 4 if you want to read it.
Okay, this is Baruch chapter 6 and verse 4. It says, now shall ye see in Babylon gods of silver and of gold and of wood borne upon shoulders, which cause the nations to fear. Beware therefore that ye in no wise be like to the strangers, neither be ye afraid of them when ye see the multitude before them and behind them worshiping them. Ooh. I got to read a little bit more. Yeah. It says, but say ye in your hearts, O Lord, we must worship thee. For my angel is with you, and I myself caring for your souls. So you have Jeremiah. This is the Baruch, the 6th chapter, is a letter. It's an epistle of Jeremiah the prophet, right? And he spoke on things that were going to happen in Babylon. They're gonna try and make you serve different gods. Don't be afraid. They're gonna try and kill you if you don't serve their gods. But look, so when Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego was in this position, they had already had the drop. That's why they said in Daniel 3, verse 16, it says, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. That's why he said, I'm not afraid to answer you, nigga. I'm not serving your gods. Because he already had the foreknowledge that X, Y, and Z was going to happen. That's why they was able to be saved out of that, because they had so much faith in what Jeremiah's letter was going into. Right? It says, if it be so, our God whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thy hand, O king. Then he goes into, I'm not serving your gods. Do what you got to do. Right. So when me and Aharon read this and came up, I was like, oh my goodness. So it makes perfect sense how they was able to accomplish that. But they had this breakdown.
Yep.
Jeremiah already had laced them up. And then he said in Baruch chapter 6, verse 6, it says, "But say in your hearts, O Lord, we must worship thee, for my angel is with you, and I myself caring for your souls." When you read the account in Daniel chapter 3, they literally said out of their mouths, "We threw three, it's supposed to be three people in the furnace. Why do I see four?" And they say, "Look, it must be the Son of Man. It must be an angel in there."
Yep.
So exactly what he said, exactly what Jeremiah said in his epistle is exactly what happened when they went to Babylon, bar for bar.
Yep.
Bar for bar. And then when you go back and read the Song of the Three Holy Children, what they were saying in there, they was turned up.
Mm-hmm.
They was turned up.
Bro, it's the same thing that we are trying to do. They did it. They looked at the generations of old. They Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego seen what Jeremiah was talking about and applied it. We have the benefit of perspective, right? We have all these perspectives. We see all of these accounts, all of these witnesses, and now it's our turn. Now it's our turn to put forth that faith, right? Verse 60, Daniel, for his innocency, was delivered from the mouth of lions. Now, Daniel was delivered into the mouth of lions 2 separate occasions, I believe. And the occasion, I believe, this is what's going over, is when the chief men during that time, I think this was during the Persian and Mede captivity, with the Bel and the dragon. During this time, these men were trying to find any fault against Daniel. And they came up with a commandment. If we find any man praying to their God, punishment is supposed to happen. Because they couldn't catch Daniel in any trouble. They couldn't catch him in anything that was wrong with his God or with the system. So they had to create some shit. They had to create some shit, bro. And so since Daniel was found innocent to the eyes of the Lord, he was delivered out of the mouth of lions. This is when we see that Habakkuk delivered Daniel some food. Now, what did Daniel do with the food? Who knows? Daniel may have fed the lions. He may have fed himself. Daniel was mighty like that. He probably in there laying on the lion, cooling. Like, yeah, bro. He probably rubbing it like, bro, I'm going to get you some food right after this, bro. I promise. As soon as I get out, I got you. Because as soon as Daniel got out, he threw those men into the lion's den, and they died. Scripture say the creature of the Lord abateth his strength for the righteous, and increases his strength towards the wicked. Those lions were abated. They didn't want no smoke with Daniel. That's the scary part. Them lions didn't want smoke with Daniel. Proverbs 30:30 say, the lion which is strongest among beasts, which turneth not away from any. They didn't want smoke with Daniel. They like, you serve the Most High God. That's the kind of time they on. Let me, I don't want no beef, big dog. I'm going to go ahead and let you chill. They kind of turned into house cats after they see Daniel. Right? Daniel was mighty. This is what Mattathias is telling his children. It says, and thus consider ye throughout all ages that none that put their trust in him shall be overcome. Fear not then the words of a sinful man, for his glory shall be dung and worms. Don't fear the words of a damn sinful man. What he's going to do this and he's going to do that, and I'm going to hurt you here, and man, damn all that, bro. Your glory shall be dung and worms. Dung and worms. Funny thing is, what did Antiochus receive? Dung and worms. That's what Antiochus received in his latter end. Worms eating his body up, eating his stomach up, and he can't die. That's what happens when you mess with God, right? Verse 63, it says, today he shall be lifted up, and tomorrow he shall not be found. This is a sinful man. Yeah, today he gonna be lifted up. These sinful niggas in this world, in this lifetime, they lifted up in this sinful society. Why wouldn't they be on top? They're in a sinful, this is a sinful society, and they're the most sinful. Yeah, they lifted up. But tomorrow, where the hell is he? It says, because he is returned to his dust. He is returned into his dust. He's in Sheol. He's dead. And his thought is come to nothing. Whatever he imagined against us, whatever he imagined against our people, is come to nothing. Like the scripture saying, Ezra, fear not the thoughts that they have towards you. He said, I am a guide to them that keep my commandments. Right? Verse 64, wherefore ye, my sons, be valiant and show yourselves, show yourselves men in the behalf of the law. For by it shall ye obtain glory. By the law is how you're going to obtain glory. It says, and behold, I know that your brother Simeon is a man of counsel. Give ear unto him always. He shall be a father unto you. So now Mattathias is setting order up. This is what you do as a man before you die. These are grown men. This is real fatherhood back in the day. It's not like today where you turn 18 and you leave your father's house, you never speak to the nigga again, and you don't take what he say, and you just got to do away with it. No. These men still listening to their daddy, and these men will kill you. He said, Simeon is a man of counsel. He shall be a father unto you. Anything he say is like coming from me. Understand that. He's a wise man. It says, as for Judas Maccabeus, he hath been mighty and strong, even from his youth up. Let him be your captain and fight the battle of the people. You got Judas Maccabeus. Hey, whenever it comes to war tactics, plans, you name it, he's the guy. Let him be the captain. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can put in y'all input. You know what I'm saying? But overall, what he say, let it rock, bro.
Hey, I'm led to believe he had that spirit where if you was around him, he would magnify your spirit when it came to war. It's just oozing off of him. You don't
like
think
Joab.
You feel like any battle he leads you in, when you buy him and you taking commands from him, you feel like you're gonna win. There's not any doubt in his mind and in his spirit. He that mighty, and he can fight. He can scrap with anybody, and you don't see him losing. He can't lose. You know what I'm saying? And he was versed too. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it messed up. He was versed.
Yeah.
While he leading his men into battle, he said he'll quote the law. He'll quote a battle. He'll go to the verse, say, look, remember how our forefathers in this place took down these people at this time. He was versed too. So he'll get you hot. He was
Nigga knew about war, bro. The Lord is a man of war, bro. This is a war book. The Bible is a war book. It's filled with so much war. It literally has the history of war. Come on. All of our mighty kings, niggas was hard at war. And if they wasn't hard at war, it's because they was living during a peaceful time, like Solomon. And he was just magnificent in wisdom. I believe if anybody did go to war with Solomon, it'd just be unfair. Solomon will probably destroy niggas without sending one man out there. Like, nah, they gonna fight by that river. Here's what we're gonna do. Go weaken the rocks. What? Just trust me. Nigga up here with it. Go ahead. Was you finna say something?
Yeah, I was. You wouldn't want to make war against somebody like Solomon, especially in his time. He was well respected. He had a lot of money, obviously, and he can fund any war. You want any kind of battle, no matter how far you want to take it, I can take it further because I got more money than you. I can use people that's not Israelites to fight this battle because I can buy them. You don't want to make war against him. He has enough funds to fight a 20-year long war. You can't win.
You can't.
And he got more wits than you. You can't win.
You
You
don't
can't
win.
win. Bro, he had he had navies. Bro, everybody, bro, nah, bro, it wasn't gonna go how you think. That's for sure.
He said it wasn't gonna go how you think.
It wasn't gonna go how you think.
No, not at all. That's why it probably was a peaceful time. Because, like I said, everybody knew about this nigga's wisdom. They'll come and hear him. Nobody probably want to smoke with that man. Like, nah, we just gonna chill right now. Cause Solomon now we gonna wait for somebody that's not as wise to come up or something. This ain't good, right? Verse 67. It says, take also unto you all the people that observe the law, and avenge ye the wrong of your people. Go avenge, man. Go put your foot on this nigga's neck, man. Verse 68. Recompense fully the heathen, and take heed to the commandments of the law. So he blessed them and was gathered to his fathers. And he died in the 146th year, and his sons buried him in the sepulchres of his fathers at Moden, and all Israel made great lamentation for him. All Israel lamented for this man because he was a mighty man. When a mighty man die in your community, is sad. You hope everything that this man had, he passed down to his children, so you can continue to learn. So that's what you hope. But if he didn't pass none of that down, all that spirit just gone, damn. Luckily for us, he passed down all that good stuff.
Bro,
go ahead.
I got one request. Can you go to the 3rd chapter real quick? And I want to read the first like 4 verses or 5, maybe 6. I'm gonna read it real quick though. It's hot. It says, then his son Judas, called Maccabeus, rose up in the stead, and all his brethren helped him, and so did all they that held with his father. And they fought with cheerfulness the battle of Israel. So they gladly fought for the nation of Israel. Verse 3. So he got his people great honor and put on a breastplate as a giant. He put on a breastplate like a giant. Come on now. And it says, and girt his warlike harness about him, and he made battles, protecting the host with his sword. It said he made battles and he protected the host. A host is the army.
This nigga protecting the army.
He was protecting the host with his sword. It says, in his axe, he was like a lion, and like a lion's whelp, roaring for his prey. So when Judas Maccabees fought, it almost had I just envisioned a movie, a fighting scene, and he just flying through people. You know what I'm saying? Just knocking everybody down. Strength.
I envision him kind of yelling like, getting through there.
I envision him. I envision him running, sliding on his knees, cutting somebody's legs off, then hitting a double front flip, kicking him in his head, cutting the neck, breaking his arm. Somebody got him. The homie back him up a little bit. Then he throw a damn knife through somebody's neck.
Grab a nigga head.
He Capri Sun his head, and then I just envision a crazy fight. It says he was like a lion, bro.
Yeah.
It says, for he pursued the wicked and sought them out and burnt up those that vexed his people. Wherefore the wicked shrunk for fear of him, and all the workers of iniquity were troubled because salvation prospered in his hand.
Salvation was in this nigga's hand.
Bro, it says the wicked shrunk. Less people came around because they knew Judas Maccabees was fighting our battles out there.
they kind of like, bro, don't go to Modin, bro, if you in sin, bro. Like 100. You circumcised? You worship God, like Yahweh?
Bro,
Okay.
it was fables. If people were afraid, guess what that means? Enemies they heard about what he was doing to people.
It's mythology around that bitch. It's a whole. I heard he can fly, bro, and his sword, he don't hold his sword when he fight. His sword go through and slash niggas by itself, and he punch people. That's what I heard, bro.
I heard, bro. Yeah.
I heard he throw his axe. He'll throw his axe and then it'll just go around the whole field slaying men. And that's just that, bro.
Yeah.
He don't even
I heard that
fight, bro. That's wild.
I heard when you stand close to him, all your strength disappear. Yep. I heard that he had the strength of 10 men.
He said all your strength disappeared.
It's a lot of stories. If people are afraid, it's because they heard. And it's like, what did they hear? What was he really doing out there on the battlefield? He was like a lion. I don't know. You don't want to just go toe to toe with a lion.
What do you mean he was like a lion, brother? What are you talking about?
What's the breakdown on that, bro?
What are you talking about? He was like a lion. He was like a lion? Like, is he biting people? What's going on, bro? What are you talking about?
He just powerful, bro. He know how to scrap.
Came
He
back
got real
filled with
stuff.
blood.
And it said he enjoyed it. Verse 2, it says, they fought with cheerfulness the battle of Israel. I'm convinced he loved war.
Yeah, bro, he sought out wickedness. That nigga would have fought the whole world if his body was able. That's the kind of niggas Esau don't want to get on a chariot. If that nigga touch a chariot, it's raps. Oh my God.
Bro, he probably gonna be one of the captains over the Lord's host.
Yeah.
Hey, I could just imagine his lower center of gravity is probably just immaculate.
Nasty.
Hey, the lowest man win, and he getting real low every time.
He got the grapple tackles on. Like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna grab you up.
Bro, he could probably go out there and not even need a weapon.
Bro, it says he dealt hammer-like blows, bro. Like these, bro. Hey, Marty. You roll that motherfucker off your head, boy. You gone.
Everybody feared, Mike Tyson, his lower center of gravity, his blows was like hammers. This man, he already had that in the bag since his youth.
With God on his side.
So giving him a weapon is OP.
You kind of out there, bro. Imagine being on the opposite side, right? And you kind of looking, and you like, nah, bro, is that Judas? And that nigga just slaying all your homeboys, your friends dying, and you niggas screaming. Ah! Ah! He ripped somebody's arm off, and you like, ah.
You never seen Judas before, but when you see him, you know it's him.
We don't need to be here, bro. You kind of tap your bro with the sword. Yeah, bro, we need to leave, bro. This ain't good, man. Before you get out of there, an axe just slice you in your neck. Cause he threw it before he threw the axe before he started fighting. Just get you there. He just get to moving. And you kind of debating if you want to fight, you just get chopped down. God damn it.
You see a man out there with heavy armor on, a big breastplate, and you kind of just figure that's him, huh?
Is this nigga a Philistine?
That's him.
That's gotta be him.
You can see his muscles from the back of the field. You see how strong he is. You can see like it's a war going on, but it's really just him out there.
It's really just he protecting the host. That's nuts.
Everybody trying to make war, but they can't help but to kind of just watch what Judas is doing.
Yeah. He just nasty with the fight.
For one man that Israelite killed, he already done knocked down 10.
Yeah.
10-1 ratio.
10-1.
You out there having a long battle with man, swords is clanking and
You catching a long ass 1-on-1 with this Grecian.
and Judas Maccabees, he done already flew through 10 of them.
Bro, you catching a 1-on-1. This Grecian getting in your shit. This nigga nice with the sword. And you trying to keep up with him. Maccabees come through, slice that nigga in half. The damn war over. Damn, well, I thought we just started. I've been over here fighting for my life the whole time. That nigga Maccabees knocked down 100 niggas by now. He like, damn. Oh, bro, that's so hilarious. I love envisioning our brothers, our forefathers in war, bro. I can only imagine what they was doing, bro.
Bro, I got to get you out of here, bro.
Bro, quench not the spirit, bro.
I got to get you out there, bro. They need you right now, bro.
Yeah. This is what happens when I enjoy the Bible too much. I gotta stop it. It's all good, bro. Don't take it personal.
Oh, I'm
bro,
not.
Should I take my new book out there, bro?
You got that new sword, new drip.
I got that new sword.
You
ain't gonna never see this coming.
You ain't gonna use
Who ain't? Shit. I got precepts in here, bro. That's what it's. I'm going to 612. This one I can go out there and try the sword, bro. There ain't too much nothing going on. Wet the sword up a little bit. It'll be perfect.
Yo.
But I'm gonna grab my precepts. 1 Corinthians 15:58, it says, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. So your work and your labor is not in vain in the Lord. Look at the generations of old, right? Their work was not in vain. Now I'm going to grab Galatians. Galatians 6 and verse 9. It says, and let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. Just like the Maccabees, they were not weary in well doing, and they received a glorious name, right? They received a glorious name. When you say Maccabees, there's power behind that name now. It's power. When you think of the Hasmonean dynasty, it's power behind that. Why? Because the Maccabees secured that. You think of Simon, Judas, Mattathias, Johanan. You think of these brothers, power. Why? Because they were zealous for the Most High God. They were not weary in well-doing. So they reap what they sowed. And more sowing is yet to come. Wait till salvation appears. Wait till the chariots come and these brothers receive a chariot. It's raps. Christ, imagine that. Christ come back and you hear him say, Judas Maccabee, and that's all he say. You get what? I'm on the chariot in my heart, kind of thumping. What the fuck? You got Judas up here, brother? What Judas? Is he for us or against us, Lord? What's going on? Next thing you know, Judas come down. He just hit the earth with a vibrating quake, and he get the slashing.
I would hate to see what he could do in a glorified body.
He said, I would hate to see. That nigga like Superman, punching niggas into space.
Super brew.
God. That's crazy. I'm a Marvel and DC fan, so I imagine our people doing these types of things, bro. That's wild. Because I'm a fan of Superman. Superman go hard. He tough. That nigga ain't got nothing on Maccabees, though, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
He didn't even have power. He was out they called him salvation.
Yeah.
You got to kind of consider what he was really doing.
The word around town is salvation is in this man's hands. Like,
If he show up to the battle, you good.
you saved. What? Nigga, this the Messiah? What are you talking? Huh?
When you with Judas Maccabees, you feel like you already won. That's how he was moving.
Yeah.
The battle already won. All we got to go out there and do is fight.
Yeah. Just stand behind him and yell, bro. You be good.
Get you a few assists. You know what I'm saying?
He said, get you a few assists.
All right. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 43 and 30. It says, when you glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as ye can, for even yet will he far exceed. And when you exalt him, put forth all your strength, and be not weary, because you can never go far enough. I want to say throughout it to all the brothers and sisters who tuned in to the live today. Lord willing, y'all was edified through the Spirit. Lord willing, y'all have a beautiful, beautiful Shabbat if you're keeping your Shabbat today. Like we always say, if you find yourself in a situation where you can't honor the Most High God, you can't, throw up a prayer, you can't just say all praises, without it being weird or, you're uncomfortable, it's probably time for you to start looking and analyzing your circle and who you spending your time with. We coming up on days, we coming up on times where you need strong brothers and sisters around you who gonna build your spirit up, you know what I'm saying, and not take away from it, right? So I strongly advise that you start taking unrighteous people out of your circles, and put righteous brothers and sisters in their steads for replacements, man, because you're gonna need it. Iron sharpeneth iron, right? You need brothers and sisters, man, right? So with that, we give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, by Hashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah. Until next time, Shalom.
Shalom.